This is my city. It's called Ho Chi Minh. So do you know where the name comes from and who is that name? So today I will talk about Ho Chi Minh. His is Ho Chi Minh. His name was born is Nguyễn Sinh Cung and he's also know the name that Nguyễn Ai Quốc. He was born in 19 May 1980 and he died at 2nd of February 1969 when he was a Vietnamese Marxist revolutionary leader who was Prime Minister in 1945 and 1955 and be resident of my country in 1955 and 1969 of my Democratic Republic of Vietnam. Now it's called Socialist Republic of Vietnam. And maybe some of you will know about him. He's quite very famous. And by biography, he was born in 1890 in Han Chu village. His mother in his mother hometown and grew up in Dinh Liên village, Nghệ An province in the middle of Vietnam. And in the Bush trial, he quickly became a master of Chinese writing. Even he speak Vietnamese in writing Vietnamese, but he became quickly a master of Chinese writing. His father is a teacher, so he received the French education when he was a child. So later he becomes a teacher at the school in the Phan Thiết City. And in 1912, he started to go to go to overseas. The first place he go is USA, and he go by the ship. He worked in a cook helper on the ship to travel to United States, and he used the different name Ivan Ba. He lived in New York and Boston, where he worked at a baker house hotel. While in the United States, he made contact with Korean nationalists and an experience that developed his political outlook, so that he started to become a political. And after that, he traveled to France. Before he traveled to France, he visited England. He worked only 1 year or 2 years in England. He worked at waiters to develop his job, his career in overseas. Okay, from 1919 to 1923, while living in France, he petitioned for recognition of civil rights of Vietnamese people in French Indochina to the Western powers at the Versailles peace talk, but was ignored. Citing the language and spirit of the U.S. Declaration of Independence, he petitions U.S. Presidents Woodrow Wilson for help to remove the French from Vietnam and replace them with a new nationalist government. His request was ignored either. So in 1920, during the Congress of Tours in Paris, by the time he using the he was using Nguyễn Ai Quốc name. Become a founding member of the Parti Communiste Français. Spent much of his time in Moscow. Afterward, become in Comintern's Asia hand and the principal theorist on colonial warfare. At the time, he wrote many articles for French magazines, criticism. In 1923, and he came to Soviet Union and China, that is in Russia, Moscow. He left Paris to Moscow, where he was employed by Comintern. During 1925 and 1926, he organized the Youth education classes and occasionally gave lectures at the Whampoa Military Academy on the revolutionary movement in Indochina. And until late 1929, he moved to Hong Kong and Shanghai. And in the June 1931, he was arrested in Hong Kong. At that time, Hong Kong was colonies at United Kingdom. To reduce the French pressure for the extradition, this was announced in 1932 that he had died. And the British quietly released him in January 1933. So around 1940, when I began regularly using the name Ho Chi Minh, at that time he returned to Vietnam to lead a Vietnam independence movement. That time he became the independence movement. After the August Revolution in 1945, organized by Vietnam, he became a chairman of provisional government, premier of Socialist Republic of Vietnam, and is used the proclamation of independence of Socialist Republic of Vietnam. So on the 2nd of September 1945, after the Emperor Bao died, is he the king? He the last king of my country. Ho Chi Minh read the Declaration of Independence of Vietnam under the name of Socialist Republic of Vietnam nowadays. In 1954, after the important defeat of French Union forces at the Battle of Điện Biên Phủ, France was forced to give up its empire in Indochina. So I would tell a brief of his legacy. A former capital of the South Vietnam before they called Saigon, but in 1975 they changed to in the 1st of May 1975 they changed the name that Ho Chi Minh. That is his name. He's the people who combined the north of Vietnam and the south Vietnam, the country independence together. So they use his name for my city now in the south of Vietnam. Now Ho Chi Minh, he's died and his body is on display in Hanoi, in our capital in the north, in a granite mausoleum model. So 1,000 people every day can queue on. This is the museum where he's staying right now. So every day the people queued and for an hour to pass his body in quietly, in silence, just pass over and look his body. And this is the Ho Chi Minh Museum in Hanoi. Is dedicated to his life and work when he's alive. Okay, thank you for your attention.